Hello, everybody. It's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here with day 3 of the 13 days of Halloween treats. How are you this evening, my friends? Let me just check to see if I am live and in the right place. Okay. Let's see here. I want to zoom. There we go. I think good. Let me see how that works out. All right. Okay. There we go. We'll just slide that over. There we are. Hello, hello. I see some folks are coming in. Say hello when you get here. And please feel free to share today's video with your friends, because crafting together with friends is so much more fun. And we're going to do this super fun, adorable little treat holder this evening. It holds a little container of mints, and I see Jody is here, first timer. Hello from sunny Queensland. Hey there. How's it going? That's so cool. Thank you so much for joining in this evening. All right, so today's treat holder, super cute. I'm going to be using the Scary Cute Stampin' Die bundle. And I'll give us just another minute to let some more folks come in. And while we're waiting, I'm going to do a quick little recap. This was day 2 project. I wasn't able to come live yesterday evening because, as most of you probably saw the photo I took, our youngest daughter came home from college and surprised us with a dinner and movie date. So, of course, I had to drop everything so that we could go because, oh, I miss her so much. So thank you guys for being so patient with me. And anyway, so now we are on day 3, but this was day 2 and it was the other day. And then day 1 was this fabulous cracker box treat holder. I showed you how to extend the size of the cracker box to be even longer. And so this was super cute, and I love the washi tape we used on there as well. Now this one is actually the same bundle. As you can see, I have the, in fact, I have a lot of the same things. I have the bat, the sentiment, and that fabulous little haunted house. So today's project is going to be lots of fun, and I'm going to share a little tip about this particular project, because this here is actually the die cut label. So it's this piece right here with this piece laid over the top of it. So I'm going to show you how to turn that label into a box. All right, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Okay, let's see here. Hey, Mama San, how's it going? My mother is here. Say hello. I'm so happy to have you here. I don't get to see you on my live very often, so that's awesome. You just missed Hannah Nanner. She was here for a little bit. She came in yesterday evening and surprised us. We went to dinner and watched a movie. So she should have taken Grammy out too. Well, yes, actually, I mean, we took her out, but you know, it was really nice of her to come up. So she had to get back to school, but she's planning on being here. She'll be here probably in a couple of weeks for a night or two. So it's nice that she's close enough that she can come and visit sometimes. Okay, so here's what you're going to need. We are using Highland Heather cardstock. This is 2.5 by, oh, I'm lying, not that piece. That is Highland Heather, but these pieces were 2.5 by 3 inches, and I've already die cut them with the label. The basic black is also 2.5 by 3 inches, and I have die cut this piece. Now, what you need to know about this piece is that it actually will just cut out a frame in whatever piece you cut it from. So it's open-ended here. The way to get it as a frame is to use this one to cut like this first, and then take this piece and line it in there and run it through the die cut machine again. And then when you do that, it will cut out the frame and the little sprigs here. Yeah, we're on Eastern time out here instead of Central time like you. Okay, and then I have some little things already pre-die cut. Because we're doing a front and back to this box, I have 2 of the background frames, 2 of the foreground frames, 2 of the little haunted houses, and then I have the little supplies here. So I've got a label piece, which is the die cut label from the set. So even that is die cut. And then the moon and the few little bats here, which thankfully I have not lost. There's the other one. All right, and there's the moon. And then my ribbon is approximately 16 inches. And then this piece right here is what we're going to make the body of the box with. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here. And I'm going to set this over here just a second and move this stuff out of the way. Let me grab the Trick or Treat You're So Sweet. There we go. And an acrylic block. She is doing good in school. If she could have the self-confidence in what she does as much as we do in her, then she would be a lot less stressed out. But she's getting there. All right, I've got my bats, I've got my moon, I have the houses, the sentiment piece, and the centerpiece. Now, you will notice on my box, and I'm going to turn it this way so that we get rid of all of this stuff. Notice that I have the frame turned sideways. So I would say with most certainty that this is upright. These are meant to be tree branches, and this is probably the way it was ideally meant to go. However, I think it also looks just fine with the branches to the side. And this section here wasn't quite wide enough for me to pull the tree out this way. So when I line this up, you see that it's right on the edges, which means I wouldn't have had enough room to put the box in there. So in order for it to work, I had to turn it sideways, and I think it's going to be just fine. So we're not going to worry about it at all. It's going to be fabulous. All right. Let's go ahead and take this piece of cardstock. Again, this is Highland Heather, and it measures 3 3/8 by 5.5 inches. And I'm going to grab my scoreboard here, and we're going to do a little bit of scoring. So on the short side, I'm going to score this at 3/4 of an inch. And 2 5/8. All right. Now, don't worry about remembering these, because I'm going to put this in my blog later on, so you'll be able to see this in the next day or so, and I'll have all of the measurements there for you, okay? And then we're going to turn this to the long side, and we're going to score at 2 3/8 and 3 1/8. Okay, now what this does is it's giving us a 3/4 inch side. So we're talking about right here, 3/4 inch side. And then this section gives us a 3/4 inch bottom. Okay, now let me get this out of the way. I'm going to do some burnishing, and then we're going to trim it up as well. Okay, so I'm going to grab my bone folder here, burnish all of my lines down good and crisp. When you're doing a box, it's really important to do this because it gives you a nice square box and something that feels and looks more polished and sturdy, okay? So we'll do just like that. All right, now we have this, and we're going to make tabs here and here, okay? So let me grab my snips, and I'm gonna cut on either side of that square, here and here, and then trim out what we call miter the corners. So we make a little tab like that, okay? And then I'll turn it around. I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side. There we go. All right. Now then, I like to tuck those tabs. As you can see, or hopefully you can see, inside my box here, it's really even and smooth. There are no tabs. It's just a really clean, smooth inside. And I love that because it makes it look more polished and finished, and nothing can snag up. And so how I make that happen is I tuck these tabs between the front and the back panels, okay? So I'm meaning like this. I've got my back panels up, I tuck those tabs, and then I wrap the front panels around, just like so, okay? Now that hides the tab inside there, and then the inside of our box is just as clean and tidy as the outside of our box, all right? Okay, so let's go ahead and add a bit of liquid glue. We're gonna add the glue to the back panel and the tab. There we go. We'll do the same on this side. Okay. Now then, again, I'm going to bring the back sides up first, and then the tabs, and then the inside, or the front rather. And I'm not terribly worried about this glue getting on here because this is actually going to be hidden by the box itself. So let me just grab that and line it up. There's that one. And then here's this one. Okay. Nice even presses. All right, and there we have our box base, okay? Now we're gonna just double check to make sure that our mints fit in there, which of course they do. And now we can go on to the rest of our box. Okay, I'm gonna glue each of these frames to each of the bases here, again with the liquid glue. There we go. I really appreciate everybody being here with me this evening. I hope that you'll share my video with your friends. We are going to have a lot of fun. We are here for the next several days doing the 13 days of Halloween treats. This is something I started 2 years ago, I believe. You can head over to my channel playlists and find 2021 and 2020's 13 days of Halloween treat playlist and see all of the projects that we've done in the past. But these are so much fun. I go to the store and find little goodies that I can use to make a treat holder with. And then I come back and I share these projects with you, and you have enough time to make little cute treats for your Halloween guests, your spooky little ghouls and goblins, and all of your friends and family too. All right, let's put this here. There we go. All right, now that we've got those on, you can see, I mean, either way, this way or this way, they both really look fantastic, so it's no problem whatsoever. Okay, now then, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment here. So I'll set this aside, grab my trash and get it out of the way. Okay, I'm using Memento Black ink and the Trick or Treat You're So Sweet sentiment. Tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush. and line it up on this label best I can without getting in the way of the camera. There we go. All right. Okay, it is time for assembly, and this thing is done. The only thing I like better than super cute projects are super cute, quick, and easy projects. Okay. What I want to do now is I'm going to put some liquid glue on the whole side of this box. Here we go. I'm still going to be fairly light-handed with it. I don't need it to go everywhere. Okay, and then I'll turn this there, and I'm going to line this up with the bottom edge. There we go. All right. And then some glue on this side. And we'll do the same thing over here. Okay. Now then, this time, I'll line it up just like I did before. Stand it up and make sure that my box isn't wobbly or rattly. Okay, I want it to be even. And so I'm giving it a nice press down to the table to make sure that it's level. All right, let me get in here with my bone folder and give it a good burnish to make sure it stays put. There we go. All right, now we have our box base. Isn't that cool? Okay, I'm going to bring in some of my black dimensionals, and actually I'm gonna grab this little strip here. All I've done is cut a strip off of the bottom. Okay, so that's how I got that, and it's gonna make it really handy for those little pieces right here on the wings of the bat. All right, so I'm gonna just cut little sections there. The wonderful thing about these black dimensionals, especially on black cardstock, is that if the tiniest tip of the dimensional happens to peek out from under, you're not going to see it. It's camouflaged. Okay, and then we also need some on the backs of our little house here. So I'll cut a couple of pieces for that. And then let's do a bit across the bottom. Well, there's that. And there. There and there. All right. And then we have these little pieces here. Oh, and I still need a tiny little bit for that moon. So let me grab just a little section here and put it right on the back side. There we go. Okay, now then, we'll start on this side here. I'm going to put the moon up in the trees. This is like a scary scene where you see the moon peeking through the branches. Yeah. All right. And then because that one little bat is so tiny, we're going to use a bit of liquid glue and we're going to put it directly onto the base of the box. That way it's easier to put it where we need it to be. Okay. So I'm going to take this and put it right here. There we go. And my little bat, he's on dimensionals and he's going to go over here. All right, and then this one I'll put right here. Okay. And then this is going to go on dimensionals, and I can use my regular white dimensionals for this one if I want to. So I'll go ahead and do that. Put this piece right here. Make sure it's straight. Always a good thing. And then add just a tiny little touch of glue right there. And we'll put this little guy on it. Kind of bending his wings a little bit to give him some 3D texture here. There we go. Stay put, little dude. Where's my pick tool? There we go. That's the way. Love it. Okay. Now then, I need to take this side and I'm going to put the house on this one, and then we'll put our ribbon on our candy piece and we will be done. Okay. This side I didn't do with the bat and the moon, but certainly you could. I just wanted it to not be totally plain. You know, I think it's plenty fine for the background. You know, we've got, there's the front and then there's the back. So I think it's great like that. All right, I'm going to turn this around, and now I'm going to take my 16 inches of ribbon. This is the black and white gingham ribbon from the annual catalog. I'm going to loop my mints in here like this. By the way, how big are these mints? I got them from Cracker Barrel, as you can see. I love finding little treats there because they have all the stuff that you can't get anywhere else. All right, these are approximately 2.5 inches. Yeah, 2.5 inches by about 1.5 inch. So they're not really big, but there's a lot of little mints in there, and they're sugar-free, but they don't taste sugar-free. They're actually pretty good. So I really like those. Okay, I'm going to slide it right on down into the holder, and that way it's freestanding and it's a little easier for me to tie this bow. Okay, so I'll tie my bow right here, give it a little bit of a twist, and get that bow put on. There we go. Notice that I've given it just a little bit of extra tail. You can trim that off if you like. And I'll sit and fiddle with it half the night, but I'm not going to do that to you. So let me just get it. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, so there we have it. Super cute. Absolutely stinking adorable, fun, easy. This would be perfect for folks at youth group, your church group, if they do trick-or-treating type stuff. This is a really sweet one, so it's not too spooky or scary or anything like that. This would be great for folks at work, your babysitter, whatever. Super cute, lots of fun, freestanding. I love it. So this is day 3, and again day 2 and day 1. Absolutely adorable. All right, friends, I hope that you guys have enjoyed these. I'm going to be back again tomorrow evening for day 4. And then I will be taking a break over the weekend, and we'll be back again on Monday. So I do a class, actually, I have a class this Saturday, but I don't do videos on the weekend. So I'll be back on Monday. So you'll find me tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on this channel. And then I will bring day 4 of the 13 days of Halloween treats. You're absolutely going to love it. So make sure you come back, and see you all then. You will be able to find all of the measurements for all of these projects over on my blog at thestampinchick.com. And Yes, yes, absolutely. Nursing homes, because they're sugar-free mints, these would actually be perfect for that. Of course, I would want you to make sure that you checked with your nursing home to make sure of their rules first. But yeah, I think these would be perfect for that. Hospitals, certainly nursing staff, teachers, the mints are great for everybody. So, all right. And then I will have all of the measurements up. I already have the blog post for this one. This one is going live here in just a little bit. This one will go live in the morning. Okay. Now this one should have gone live yesterday, but like I said, my youngin was here, and so I had to spend time with her. So this one will go live this evening. This one will go live in the morning, and then we will be ready for day 4 tomorrow, and it will post tomorrow night shortly after the live. So you'll be able to have all of them, their measurements and everything. And then there's also a supply list down at the bottom of my blog post, where you can get all of the supplies that I use to make all of the projects. And if you use this host code, then I'd really appreciate it. This is my host code for this month, and if your order is over $50 or more, I'll send you a free gift as well. All right? So thank you all so very much for hanging out with me this evening. I will see you guys tomorrow with day 4 of the 13 days of Halloween treats. Till then, my friends, have a wonderful night. Bye for now.